That was him. They didn't call him GoDaddy for no reason at all, right? Because he can find his way anywhere. Point in case, for those of you who don't know, I'm a recreational pilot, so Mark wanted to fly with me sometime, so we decided to make a trip to the beach. And so we're flying along about 25 minutes, and Mark just keeps looking down at the ground and looking around. And all of a sudden he says, I think you need to be a little further east. And I looked at him like he had two heads, and he said, well, I said, how do you know that? He said, well, you should be north of 38, and we just passed the four-way circle before we get to Bennettsville. And I'm like, we're 4,500 feet there. How do you see a road sign?
Well, it's Eagles and the Go-Go's. We did that song Dressed Like Girls in front of 800 people. Me and Mark and Tim and several of the folks. It was one of the highlights. My kids have heard that story a million times.
Mark and Johnny and Uncle Connie and I decided to go camping one night. And it was in a cow pasture. But it made all the sense because we want to be real cowboys. Now we're grown men now. We're not like teenagers. We're in our 20s working at the sheriff's office. We decided we're going to go camping in a cow pasture.
And he said, let's not go wrong. I was like, okay, that's fine. Never thought anything else about it. We all went and ate and had a good time and everything. Well, he never asked me out again. Several years later, I was talking to her over at Prayer Mark's house. I said, you remember we went to that prom? He goes, oh my gosh, that was the ugliest dress I've ever seen. He said it was salmon colored.
Hiding fish, and so when the car was going along, we either pull up the sheet or let it down. And while we were having the fish, in fact, while we were first part of the stream, we stopped, and the car door opened, and we heard a voice say, Mark, Randy, you get to the house now.
Funny, and he was sneaky and a jokester. He used to get in trouble at home for hiding behind a dresser and scaring me and Sarah, and Mom would get so mad at him. But it was always a lot of fun. And one thing that I told him recently is that we will never doubt how much he loved us. And that is so true. He loved us and he loved his friends and his family a whole lot.
Early in his football career, and it was after a game. He still had his football pants on, was carrying, they carry their helmet and the pads. And there was some young boy, who was in elementary school at the time, was just looking up to Mark. And Mark, he didn't know that I was walking behind him. And so Mark's carrying his stuff, and he said, man, he said, you got to play football. I said, you'll get the women. I'm telling you, you got to play football. You're going to get the women. And so Claire, I'm not sure if him playing football, if that was what caught your eye. But he sure did find the most perfect woman. So, and what a wonderful life you'll have.
Mark has family that recently all this room lives down in Newberry, South Carolina. Well, evidently, I rode to your house with Mark Bradley in your truck one time, and evidently there was some grits too. And I love grits, but Mark put grape jelly in his grits. I never seen such creation in my life, but he made me try.